So, welcome to Amazon Product Research for Online Arbitrage and Dropshipping with Mr. Mark. And what I'm going to be doing is doing some product research, trying to source products from various suppliers for sale on Amazon. And I'm mainly going to be using a Google Sheet system that I created, which helps to semi-automate this process. Now, the first thing is to actually choose a supplier, and I'm going to be very random about this. I really don't know exactly what the results will be. But what I do have is I have a couple of sourcing softwares here that have a list of suppliers. But I'm going to deal with Tactical Arbitrage, which has a very large list of suppliers. And what I can do is actually just pick a supplier from their list of suppliers and see what kind of results I get. So let's take, for instance, well, why not try, for instance, and I thought these were links, but they're actually not links. Okay, let's take, for instance, well, let's try Chewy.com. Okay, let's go to Chewy.com. So you have to right click and open these links. Okay, so here goes Chewy.com. And I'll just randomly choose a category. Okay, let's take dog food, for instance, right? Now, those are popular categories. It did say that. So, dog food is obviously popular. And now, if I wanted to do research with these products, basically trying to find these products on Amazon, I will do a few of them manually first using right click. I'm going to right click, open them up, and I'll move these lists out the way. And what I'm going to do is just take these titles and do a Google search to see if I find them on Amazon. Now, I mean, there's a couple reasons why I do this, even though I have a system that's going to do the matching for me. The thing is, for one, it's out of curiosity to see what will come up. But really, I want to make sure that these products actually are found on Amazon, because I've definitely checked suppliers where you go through the products and like they really don't have products on Amazon. Okay, so we want to make sure they even have products on Amazon. So okay, I already see that this product shows up on Amazon. I'm not trying to determine profitability. I just want to see that they even show up. Okay, so now to do one randomly and that one shows up on Amazon, that's a pretty good sign. And then if I check a second one and a third one and they show up on Amazon, I'm quite satisfied with that. If I go to shopping, I may see, let's see, so I've got these cans, the choice cuts and gravy beef. Okay, I do see choice cuts, even if it's separate cans or whatever, but I just want to see that these products even have a chance. Okay. Okay. And I mean, not every product is going to show up on Amazon. I don't really see like an obvious Amazon link. And by the way, it's not hard to find Amazon links for products if they exist. Okay, this is 1222 ounce cans. Okay, I think it's a different size can, but okay, looks similar. My general impression is that I will be able to find Chewy products on Amazon from this product page, at least when it comes to dog food. Let me take a look at this product as well, Kibbles and Bits. And I do see an Amazon link right away over here. It is out of stock, but the point is the product is on Amazon. Okay, it just means no one else is selling it at the moment. Okay, okay. And when I do that, what I just did, I'm not actually trying to find products to sell. I'm really just trying to see if they show up on Amazon. Okay, now I'm satisfied that these products do have the some kind of presence on Amazon from the supplier. What I'll do is I'll go ahead and scrape using this free Chrome extension, Instant Data Scraper. All I have to do is click on it, make sure that the red box is around the products, and I know that the product data is being scraped. Now I do need to look at the CSV, of course, and make sure it actually has the data in it. Clearly it's got titles, and it even has brands. Not all suppliers have brands separate from titles. Some do, some don't. Prices, we do see prices in here, and we always have URLs. That's always a given. So we do have all the data we need. Now the question is, are there more pages? So I'm going to scroll down and see if there are more pages. Yeah, there are more pages. I will locate the next button, click on that, and then click on next. And start crawling. This will allow me to pick up more pages of products. Now, I mean, the more the merrier in terms of increasing my chances of finding something. However, it will take longer to match a larger number of products, so just be prepared for the time commitment of matching large numbers of products, because of course it will take longer, but also it will increase your chance of finding more products. And in theory, you will find more profitable products if you scan more products to begin with. So this could take a while. We've got 122 pages of products there. I don't think I'll wait for that. So I'll let it run for a bit, and then I'll stop it. So I may let it run to about perhaps 25 pages, which should be, it looks like that should be around 900,000 products. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and stop this once it hits that 1,000 point. Okay, so I did stop it at 28 pages, and of course you can go ahead and get more. 29 pages, 1,044 rows. I will go ahead and download that to a CSV. Preview is limited to 1,000 rows, but you can download all of the data, but they're only going to let you see 1,000 right now. But however, I just downloaded all of it to a Chewy CSV. Okay, so now this is great because now I don't have to go through individually and try to match every single product. Okay, now I was doing a run before with Hey Needle. I'm going to actually clear the product data and clear the Amazon data. And I need to do an update with the reset button like I did with my other system that will just do all the clearing for you at once. Until then, you just clear the individual things. Clear the Instant Data Scraper CSV, which is this. So, I was doing something there. Okay. Now, file, import, upload, select a file from your device. It's going to be Chewy. I'm going to open up Chewy and see what I get. Replace the current sheet, import data. Okay, now I have all this data, okay, in a CSV. Now the thing is, I've never imported data from Chewy, and this is the advantage, of course, of the system as opposed to using the sourcing softwares, is that you can always bring in a supplier you haven't done. It's not programmed for any particular supplier. All you have to do is set up a columns map. Okay, so we're going to tell it how to get the data from that supplier with the columns map. I'm going to zoom in a little bit. I'm going to call this supplier map Chewy. Right? And first of all, I want to know, where do I find the titles? Okay, I'm under titles. Well, so I look at the CSV and I see that Chewy titles, that the titles are found in this column. Okay, these are the titles. So what I will do is take this and copy it. Okay, Kib product title text. I will go over to the map and just paste that. Okay, then I see URLs. Well, for URLs, URLs are normally under the first column. That's just like a common thing. So I'm actually going to go ahead and copy that Kib product image href Don't attempt to retype it, just use copy and paste, right? Paste that under URLs. Now, where do I find the prices? Well, clearly I find the prices over. Now I see, okay, I want to make sure I'm dealing with the right prices here. Well, I mean, the column that's more complete is usually the column that actually has the prices. Okay, because I would expect prices to be in every single row, not for them to be missing. Okay, so I would expect this to be the price column. If you're ever in doubt, what you can do is just do this. Open one of the products, like this first one. You see that's $27.78. All right, you see that matches what's in the what's here. All right, so that's good. So I'm going to take this and copy it. This is the price column. Go back to the columns map and paste it. Now I remember that I saw brand names as well somewhere, I believe, for Chewy. Okay, so brand names are important, okay, for the system to find to match to Amazon. So I'm going to go ahead and open this first product. I just want to see. Okay, so this actually has the brand name inside the title, but let me look at this title again. Okay, but if you look at the title that was scraped, let's just look at this product this first product on the list. Pedigree Complete Nutrition Roasted Chicken Rice and Vegetable Flavor Dog. Notice that, however, in the data, you don't see the first word pedigree. The brand name is gone. Okay, the brand name is over here instead. So the brand name is pulled out and separated in another column. So in this case, we need that brand name column. Okay, so I'm going to take the brand name column over to columns map, put it under the word brand, which is over here. Okay, you can always scroll like this, scroll down and make it closer if you have trouble with that. Okay, we don't have model numbers, I don't believe, on these or anything like that. Okay, some sites are big on model numbers like Zorro, and right, depending on the type of products you're dealing with. Okay, so I don't believe there's any model numbers. Okay, so that's it. So that's my columns map, right? So here I am. I'm ready to import from Chewy, and simply all I have to do is change this to Chewy. The supplier map, I just created that map. Okay, so there are going to be many maps that I'm going to create for lots of different suppliers or situations. Okay, and so I've got to make sure I have the right one. Then at that point, once you click the correct one, you're going to select or click import CSV, import IDS CSV, which will just bring in the data from here, right? When it says CSV, it's referring to the CSV sheet, right? So we had a CSV file that we downloaded from Chewy, first of all, right? But we brought that CSV file into the sheet, right? IDS CSV. So now we're importing it from that sheet, okay? The data from that sheet, right? So we see brands, titles, URLs, prices usually come up last. All right, now at this point, once I have this data in here, and the prices will come in eventually, I can go ahead and start auto matching, and the program automatically takes the brand and searches it with the titles. Okay, because we really need that to find matches on Amazon, because Amazon products have titles, have brands. Amazon, yeah, titles have brands in them. Now I'm going to click on Find All Amazon URLs. I'm going to do it starting at the top row. This will start at the current row. Always. That's the way I set it. So that you can continue from any point. And okay, it will start searching these product titles on search engines, and it'll try to find matches. Now you're going to get different numbers of percentages for matches, of course. they don't absolutely determine whether or not the products actually match you. We'll have to look at them to really know. But the percentages kind of help you to compare the matches to each other to say, well, this one's probably going to be better than that one. But you don't really know until you open and really compare. This is Pedigree Dry Dog Food. It's a very kind of oversimplified title, somewhat. These do look, however, let's see, similar, but we've got 27 pounds here, so we've got different sizes. You can see if you can pull up a similar bag, but I don't think they have the same bag. And I have seen this with lots of products where it'll be like the same product, except that size that is on Amazon doesn't exist actually at the supplier, on the supplier listing, for whatever reason. So could just be one of those situations. Well, this matching process will take a while, so I'm going to let it continue, and then I will evaluate the matches. Okay, so I don't really like the results I've been getting so far at a glance, because I'm not seeing any match numbers that are at least 50%, and they don't have to be 50% to be a match. I want to make that clear. They don't have to be, but you normally will expect when you do a good run, you're going to see some that are above 50. You're going to see some 60s, 70s, 80s, and I'm not getting any. So I'm not really, I'd have to go into those and actually see what's going on with them. So in this situation, one thing I might do, if I'm doing product research and I come across this, is I might just abandon it and say, you know what, I'm just not going to bother. And then I can go back to the same supplier and try another page, or I can even go to another supplier. So, really, there's going to be some trial and error in product research as usual. And that's basically just the way it is, right? So this is very, very random, and when you do product research in a random way, you will get very random results. Ideally, if you want to be a little less random, you're going to want to do more brands research, which I did not do brands research here. I went to a supplier and I said, let me just scrape a category and see what happens. And this is what might happen when you just take a category randomly from a random supplier and you scrape it. Okay, you may get random results. Now, if I scraped a different category page, I might actually get better results. And that's, I might get totally different results in a different category. So it could just be an issue with this category. Could just be the first few pages that are the issue, right? I could, for instance, go to much deeper pages, much deeper in the results, and I can try that as well and see if my results turn out any differently. But then again, part of the reason why I believe I'm getting, now that I think about it, low match scores, actually, I think I know why they might be low. Might actually be that the brand names are not included in the title. So it might actually not be that much of an issue as I was thinking, that the match scores are lower. It might simply be that it's the brands, because the brands are not in the titles, but the brands are in the Amazon URLs, right? So it's not, it doesn't think the match is that good. So actually, what you can do in this case is just gravitate towards the larger numbers in that case. All right. Another thing we can try is import XML prices, even if you're working with Keepa, and you can use Keepa to pull all the product data from the ASINs. You might still want to try import XML prices to see if you can get some kind of instant price data. Now, it appears that it's not pulling any of the price data on these right now for whatever reason, and that could be due to changes on Amazon. I'm not sure. So, it's I did say import XML prices is an iffy option. I did throw it in just to have the option, but import XML prices is not always very dependable. So what I'm going to do is let it continue to find Amazon URLs from that point. I'm actually going to, I think I have 2 of these running. And what I'll do is I'll go ahead and take these ASINs. I might as well, since I went this far, and I'll just upload them into the product viewer. I'll import the list, load the list. Okay, so this is a very honest product research process. I'm showing you the real potential struggles. It's not always that you go to a page and everything is, you know, exactly what you want. And of course, when you do videos, you tend to want to show that stuff, right? Meaning I tend to want to show the best results. Okay, but you know, the reality is when you're doing, especially a random product research, you don't always get the best results. What I'm going to do is actually import the Keepa CSV, and I do already have one. I'm going to show you that you can actually append it. You don't have to replace the previous data. So file, import. I'm going to add this new Keepa data, but what I'm going to do is actually append the data rather than replacing the data that's there. So I'm going to append it to the current sheet at the bottom. And once I append that data, there you have it. It's appended, and now I should have two sets of Keepa data. But actually, I just realized this this is my previous run. I really didn't need to append that. I could, because this is old, but it's not going to hurt anything. So I'll just leave that in there. Just got a little thrown off there for a second. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and import the Keepa data, which will just pull the prices and whatever else I just downloaded from Keepa. And I just have to wait. It just uses formulas to do this. These are Excel formulas that are used, database formulas that basically, well, what it does is it looks at the ASIN that is here. It then goes into the Keepa CSV and says, well, where is that ASIN in the Keepa CSV? And it's going to look all the way in that column for the ASIN. We see the ASINs here. And then it's going to look for the other data that's lining up with those ASINs, like prices and things like that. Okay, so that's what this, you know, seemingly complex function does. Okay, index and match. Okay, if you're interested in that sort of thing. The great thing about the system, once you do integrate it with Keepa data, the thing I love about that is being that we do have the supplier prices already, because we scrape them from the supplier itself. Once we pull in this Keepa data and these Keepa prices, we have an instant profit calculation. Okay, so right away we get profit calculation because we have supplier data as well as Amazon, right, at the same time. And then I have formulas, okay, and I have defaults for like units. I have default tax. And so what you best practices for using the system is that go ahead and run the data, get the price data in, and ignore everything except for profitable items. Of course, you have to verify matches and profit, but immediately jump towards the ones that are showing up green and profitable. Check those matches. Okay. And that is the best practice here. Okay, so I'm going to immediately check this. Wow, these look quite similar. Could these be the same? And 2168 here. And okay, now let's see if these are really the same, because that's a huge price difference. And now I haven't checked for approval, like to see if I can sell it and stuff like that. But I'm really just kind of dumb. Now this is only 14 pounds. I wonder why it's so cheap. The 40-pound bag is actually out of stock and it's $53. Okay. So clearly, but even so, at $53, it's still cheaper. And of course, in this case, you might want to notify have them notify you when it comes back in stock or whatever. And it doesn't seem that I can. So I have to see if I have approval to even sell this brand. Now right now it's telling me no, but when I apply, a lot of times I get approved based on my selling performance. And you can do the same too if you've been selling for a while. So you can always check. But right now, at this point in the video, I'm really just comparing matches and profitability. That's just kind of my main point right now, to demonstrate that in this process. So, but you can see even at $53. Of course, you got to. I mean, there's shipping and things like that, but filled by merchant, you'd make some profit. I guess if you were drop shipping this, perhaps you'd make a profit. But with that kind of weight, I wouldn't really see doing this FBA and making a profit with an FBA fee of $26. Okay, so if you're doing online arbitrage and you're doing drop shipping, you can do your product research, not thinking about what method at first, but then when you get to the product, you can say, well, I wouldn't do online arbitrage because it's too heavy, but I would drop ship this product, right? So if you do both methods, this is how you can kind of decide, right, on the two with these FBA fees, right? And of course the weight. So that, would be one example. Okay. So as you can see, this is why you gravitate towards the profitable products on this list, the ones that show up as being profitable. You have to verify it, but because then, if it is a match, then it's going to be profitable. If it really is a match, then you're good to go. You got a profitable product. Okay. It's out of stock, but it's still, it had that potential. Okay, so that's what you want to do. Here's another one that's showing up green. And Caesar fillets and gravy, beef flavors. And then this. And oh, it's a case. Okay, it's like a case of 24 over here. And then, well, let's get this out of the way first of all. Pack of 30. I mean, that's not even the same thing. But these look like what is on the cover of this, but like the actual number of trays, it's 24 count. I mean, that alone is enough to throw it off. But then again, I don't know if they're selling these separate, if they just took them out of this case and then assembled 30 of them together to create an ASIN. I'm not really exactly sure. It's some kind of bundle apparently, and I'm probably not taking enough time to pay attention to what it is. It's 3.5 ounces pack of 30, and here we've got like 3.5 ounce trays. So I don't know, perhaps if it's possible to buy these and assemble this from those, but I see like green, orange up here where I don't see those flavors here on this cover. So I don't really see that I could really map this product onto this Amazon ASIN. So as much as these are basically the same product, because of the difference in pack size and the difference in flavors that appear to be available on one another, right, I'd have to reject this particular match, right? And that is why I created on the side this little drop down. I originally really did for myself, and then I said, well, maybe sellers might find this useful as well, other sellers. And so what I will do in this case is put like rejected. Okay, I mean, I don't like that one, where this is something where I would say accepted. For me personally, selected means like I'm 100% about that product. Accepted is kind of like in the middle. Like I accepted it, yes, it's a match, but I'm just not sure that I want to sell it or what I want to do with it, right? But when I say selected, I'm sure about that product, okay? So I created those three options on the side that you can select, and then you can put notes next to it as well, okay? And these appear to be very similar as well, but I see 40 pounds here and then I see 31, so appear similar, but you see the difference in pounds. And then again, I have to check the variations. There is a 40-pound bag, on Chewy for $56. If I look at the buying options on Amazon, there's one buying option that's $104. So this is why it shows up as profitable. And it's the 40-pound bag, $56.48. Okay. $56.48. Again, this would have to be a drop shipping product. Clearly. Okay. And perhaps I hadn't really thought about it actually when I first pulled up the category in Chewy. I hadn't even really thought about the weight, quite honestly, and I usually do, but I just so all things considered, I mean, that being considered, these would mostly be drop shipping products anyway because they're heavy. Okay, so this is a good example of product. A lot of times I think when people think about drop shipping products, they just think about furniture and when they think of big products, right? Chairs and things like that. But also think about weight of a product, manageability. That might also work as a good drop shipping category. So we see dog food could be a good drop shipping category because of the sheer weight of dog food. The weight alone, and of course the bags are pretty large also, right, in a lot of cases. So it doesn't have to actually be a huge object like a chair or a sofa, right, to be heavy and suitable for drop shipping. It could just be a heavy bag of food or something. All right, so just something to think about. And I would normally put the date here as well, October 17th, just kind of showing you what I do. Okay, and then you can put some kind of notes here. Okay, for me, this was a difference in pack size or whatever. I might say different pack sizes, although that alone doesn't really completely explain it but that's basically, that was primarily the main issue with that one. And this, I think I'm still on it actually. So yeah, this could be profitable, right? So I might accept this one as well. All right, they appear to match. Now where it says match and you have that percentage, I suggest you replace it. You can say yes or no. Okay. I don't remember. This was sort of was a match, but it's a rejected, so it doesn't matter what I do. Okay, this is obviously a match because I accepted it. Right? So I accepted that as a match. Okay, and that's pretty much the idea. I mean, this is how you conduct some product research from Supplier. This is how the system is used. You can clearly see many products are not profitable, and this is the reality and why it is so difficult to do product research a lot of times. Randomly and kind of manually, and randomly is because we're going through many products that are not even good choices. So this kind of helps alleviate some of that work. Helps you kind of get to some of the more profitable ones right away. And that is pretty much it for the process. I mean, the only other thing is you might want to export the sheet. But I'm not done. I mean, the whole sheet is not really like a complete sheet. But I also have an Amazon research template. This is just a template. It's not a system. I'm pretty sure it's free as well, and it's not a system. This is just some place for you to write things down. So I would put here chewy.com under suppliers, knowing that I just researched it, and I would put dog food for the category. I didn't do anything with brands here, and then for products, you could even have recorded your products in here, like your supplier, the URL. I'm not going to do it now, but you could have recorded these products in here in the ASINs, and it will FBA fees, all that stuff that you have, and it will calculate it. But another thing you can do is you can actually add all this stuff into Seller Assistant app, Chrome extension. You can literally paste sources in here. Okay, so like with this last one, you could just paste the source in there of the product, and you have the cost, everything, and you can save it into a Google Sheet. I have a video, should be in the description of this video, that shows you how. It's not a long video. It shows you how to connect Seller Assistant app to a Google Sheet so you can save it. Now, if you're not using Seller Assistant app currently, you should be. if you're an Amazon seller, it's very good for getting your product data in front of you as you're navigating Amazon. And you get a deal through my link in the description of the video. So definitely use my link. Click the link and sign up. It's a low cost software. It's monthly, but it's very low cost because it's just a Chrome extension. And it also has this restrictions checker. And I have a brands ASINs matcher that you can then combine with this Sell Assistant app restrictions checker, which is a separate thing, but it will, and I have a video on that as well, and it will tell you what brands you're approved to sell. I have a video that can explain that in more detail. Actually, I think I might have it open. Yeah, this is the system right here. Here's a list of brands. It finds ASINs, and then it actually tells me if I have approval to sell these. Okay, so get a copy of this system, and you're going to use it with the Sell Assistant app. All right, and in combination, that's going to help you with the brands as well. Okay, so anyway, this was a product research process with Chewy, Supplier Chewy, dog food category using the Supplier Amazon matcher. Pick yourself up a copy of this Google Sheet system if you don't already have one. This is the global version, by the way, most updated version as of the date of this video. Works with other regions such as the UK, Australia, Amazon Canada, Mexico. Okay, all these different regions. If you're in a region, selling a region that is not on this list, let me know. I do have the ability to add others, and I can test it to see how it works with those regions as well. And I am Mr. Mark. If you want to contact me directly, you can do that as well, or leave comments, questions, or suggestions below here on the channel. Look forward to either hearing from you or seeing you around on the channel.